Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praise, all honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to you, Akim, that do this work in truth and sincerity. All right, and this topic has been on my mind pretty much all week. Okay, and through the spirit, different brothers have been posting different things about famine, on basically YouTube. And, I seen this specific one, this brother posts, just current things that's on people's mind, and just the folly of this world. It's a good page to check out and to subscribe to. Okay, but this particular video here, this woman is going into basically, the famine that's going to hit this place. Okay, and I thought that this one was more fitting because, it shows the fear of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and how, serious the situation really is. Okay, and what's to basically come in these last days. Okay, so I'm going to play the video and get some scriptures. I'm going to pause it throughout it to make some points and bring out some scriptures. And Lord willing, it'll be edifying to whoever may be watching. Okay? So let's start.
So last night when I was sleeping, I had a vision. I haven't had one in a while, so this one kind of caught me off guard. And then something happened afterwards once I woke up that I want to explain to you guys as well that actually bothered me more than what the vision did. Again, I don't know why I'm receiving these. I'm thankful that I am receiving these so that I can warn others. But anything that he shows me in my sleep or in visions has either come to pass or will come to pass. Okay, so he's never given me anything that's not accurate. The only thing that hasn't come to pass yet is the earthquakes. So I know they're coming. I can feel it in the spirit that they're coming. Like, I'm not worried about it. And I know that there's going to be more issues with, like, tsunamis and hurricanes, like massive issues. I know that that's coming as well.
Okay, so I just want to touch on a point that she made. Okay, I'm going to bring out this scripture right here. All right. Bear with me just for 1 second. All right. This is Joel chapter 2, verses 28. And it says, "And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams. Your young men shall see visions. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. And I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke," man. All right, so we already seeing these things, all right, because she mentioned that, the earthquakes are coming, all right, but the earthquakes are already here, all right. They're already happening in diverse places, all right. And, there's different apps that brothers speak about that you can download on, the App Store or whatever kind of phone you may have, that shows you, live data of earthquakes happening. And if I'm not mistaken, as of yesterday, I believe seeing an earthquake hit somewhere. I remember reading in my headline in my on my phone, that popped up, but I didn't really go into the article. But I was just saying through the spirit, man, hey, that's prophecy, So again, I'm gonna read it again. This is Joel chapter 2, verses 28. "And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams. Your young men shall see visions. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke." All right, and we're seeing these things, like I said, earthquakes. We're seeing these wildfires. All right, we're seeing these different rivers turning into blood. All right, we're seeing these volcano eruptions. Okay, and it says, and the sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and terrible day of the Lord, man. All right, we've seen these different signs. All right, and the sun and the moon, man. We've seen these eclipses, these blood moons. Okay, these different events that are happening in the skies. All right, these are indicators from the Habashim Yahushai. All right, that the return, all right, of his son is on the way, man. All right, and we're seeing these birth pains. All right, we're seeing Earth showing these birth pains, man, of what the Messiah coming back. All right, but let's continue in the video.
Anyway, last night when I was sleeping, I had this vision where I was almost like following people that I didn't know, but I felt comfortable with them. I felt comfortable with them in my vision. And I was following them into the middle of nowhere. It was like the wilderness almost. One thing that I do remember is everything was there was no green anything. The ground was dust, the trees were dried up, there was no life on anything. Everything was just, I don't know, burnt up. It kind of looked like it was toasted a little bit. There was no green life. And I was following this lady. She didn't have any clothes on, which I noted. And she led me to her group of people. Some of them I could tell were her family. I couldn't tell if some of them others were her family. It looked like maybe it was a group of people that had gotten together because, they didn't have anywhere else to go. Anyway, they were all out together in this wilderness, and they were around a fire, and they were sitting there. And the one thing that I did notice was they all seemed like they were sucked of energy, and some of them had clothes on, some of them didn't have clothes on. The ones that did have clothes on were really torn up and ratty. They didn't have much. They had very little with them, personal belongings. And they told me to come sit, and so I came and sat with them. I had somebody else with me. I don't know who it was, but it was somebody who was traveling with me. And we sat down together, and there was a little girl that sat next to my friend or whoever was with me. And they were passing around a tiny little piece of food. It wasn't very big at all. And they were all taking little nibble bites and passing it around, and we all got a little bite. And when I handed it, my friend handed it to the...
See? And let me get this scripture real quick, Shalakia. Okay, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 6, Shalakia. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verses 21. And it says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion, man. Okay, so Americans have a false sense of reality of actually what's going on, because they look at the situation as, okay, it's not in my backyard, so I don't really give a care, It's not happening in my city, it's not happening in my town. Okay, my family's not getting bothered by it or touched by it, and I'm not getting touched by it, so I really don't worry about it. And I'm not going to worry about it, And that's so far from the truth, man. Okay, because these things are going to touch America, and they are touching America, all right? But, it takes time. It's going to take time, all right, for these different plagues, all right, to start affect America, all right? And it's going to happen, Lord willing. We'll be able to be seeing the effects of these certain things, as we, as we start to approach, basically winter, all right, considering the crops, all right, considering these different farms that, blowed up into, bursted up into flames, all right, these different chicken plantations, and what else, beef, all right, all these different, these places where, food is getting ready to be prepared, all right, and slaughtered and gave to the public. A lot of those, so coincidentally burnt up, man. But we know that that's not the case. It's really, the elites pushing that famine, problem, reaction, solution, so that way they can control the population. And especially when it comes down to food, man. Okay, when it comes down to food, the best way to, one of the best ways to control the people is basically taking away one of their resources, which is food. All right, and shelter is another thing as well. Okay, so these things that are happening in the earth is going to lead up to, basically, a famine, man. Okay, and people are not paying attention. They don't care. All right, they're going about their day-to-day lives thinking everything is fine. All right, as it says in the scriptures that people shall be eating and drinking and giving into marriage. All right, they're not considering, all right, the things that are coming, man. All right, people are having children and different things like that. You have different brothers that have children, but the difference between us and them is that, we're serving Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, and we hope that through our works that, our family and our household will be saved. Okay, so that's one of the promises that the Lord said he would do for his servants, man. All right, that if you do the work, that your family will be saved, man. Just like Lot, man. All right, Lot was saved. All right, some of his family was saved except for his wife, because she looked back. All right, because he was doing the work, man. All right, the Lord found favor within him. So that's what we look for, man. We look to find favor with Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, so that way our family and the ones that we love will be protected in the last days. And just so be it, if we do lose anybody on this side, it's okay, because we understand that we'll get them back in the kingdom. All right, and we'll be able to actually enjoy it, but not drifting off from the subject. All right. Let's see here. Bear with me just for a second. Okay. Let's see here. You're going to get this scripture right here. This is Ezekiel chapter 7 and 14. It says, they have blown the trumpet even to make all ready, but none goeth to the battle, for my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. The sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him, man. Okay? And I believe I don't think it was the last video I made, but the video before that, I was basically going into speaking about how, with all the dead bodies that are going to be in the city, okay, it's going to cause, diseases, man. Okay? The city is going to be the worst place to be, because people are going to be trying to get the necessities that they need to continue on living. Okay, because a lot of these Americans, all right, a lot of these people are in bad health. All right, a lot of these people are got diabetes. They got all kind of health issues. Okay, and that's the big thing that the apostles have been pushing. Okay, have been pushing to get in shape, man. All right. So that's why the apostles encourage to eat a good diet, to get some exercise, to go walk, to bike, cycle, lift weights, whatever the case may be, is because you want to have, body exercise profited little, but it profited. All right. So if we can be in somewhat of a good condition or great condition going into Jacob's trouble, it'll be better to be, prepared than unprepared, man. Okay. Knowing that we're going to have to disconnect ourselves from this society and, have faith on, our journey, because we're going to be as pilgrims, as the scriptures say. So, that's going to come into play. All right. And we're going to have to rely on Yahweh Shem Yahushai and the things that he has given us, all right, and our health to be able to get through those situations. So, that's why, it's important for us to work on our health, man, all right, mentally, physically, and spiritually. But let's continue. It says, but they that, verse 16, Ezekiel chapter 7 and 16, it says, but they that escape of them shall escape, and shall be unto mountains like doves of the valleys, all of them mourning every one in his vanity. All hands shall be feeble, and all knees shall be weak as water. So this famine that's coming, these plagues that are going to be coming, man, it's going to make people very weak. The fear, not having food, not being assured not being assured, of the day of your life, meaning that you don't know if death is going to be around the corner, okay, or how you're going to die, because so much is going to be going on. All right. So, these are the things that are going to be happening, all right, in these days leading up to Yahweh Shah's return, man. Okay, but let's continue.
Little girl, she was so weak, she could barely take it, and she just put it up to her mouth. She didn't even take a bite, and she just laid down like she was just, I don't know how to explain, just she wanted to just die. You could just tell, she wanted to just die. And so I knew that God was showing me some type of famine. This next part is why I'm so emotional. I woke myself up out of this vision because the little girl made me so upset. As soon as I woke myself up, I co-sleep with my son. He's 2. He was crying in his sleep. He was crying out. He says, Mommy, I'm so hungry. And he was crying.
This is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 9. And they that be slain with the sword, Shalakia. Lamentations 4, verse 9. And it says, and they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through, for want of the fruits of the field. The hand of the pitiful woman have sodden their own children. It says, they were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. All right, so basically, those that be slain with the sword is better to be those that be slain with the sword, all right, are better than those that are dying from the hunger that is going to come to this place, man. It's better to get killed, all right, instantly than to suffer each and every day by hunger, man, by your body eating itself away, all right, from its muscles and everything. All right, that is a very painful death, man. All right, and with gluttony and everything that this world promotes right now, it's going to be very difficult, all right, for people to make it, man, in these last days. Okay. All right, so a lot of people are going to basically be eating each other, man. All right, they're going to be eating each other, man. All right, I want to get that same scripture, all right, in the NLT. All right, this is Lamentations 9 and 10. It says those killed by the sword are better off than those who die of hunger. starving. It says they waste away for lack of food from the fields. All right. Tender-hearted women have cooked their own children. They have eaten them to survive the siege. That is what's coming. All right. Cannibalism. Okay. And not to mention that they already be finding these different. We're not going to even try to get into like the whole situation with McDonald's and all these fast food chains, because Esau like to flag people's pages for getting into that, man. All right, but there's videos out there that go into it, man. All right, and I have a few on my phone, but this is YouTube, so you can't post that type of stuff on there, otherwise they'll flag you. But all these missing children and all these different things, man. All right, you get the picture of where they're getting these different meats from, man. All right, and these people are already being conditioned to have the taste and want of eating each other, man. All right, because it's already in their foods. All right, they're already programming them. All right, with these different movies, okay, and TV shows. All right, these apocalyptic movies, they're showing you of people eating each other. All right, so the minds of these people are already conditioned to accept that way of living if it ever comes down to it. Okay, so we're gonna get one more scripture, and then I'm gonna end it out on that. All right, this is Matthew's. One second. This is Matthew 24:19, and it says, "Woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in winter, neither your Sabbath day, for there shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be." All right, so it's going to be like a time that has never been before. So people are going to resort to basically eating their children. All right, and this is the NLT version, and I'm just going to end it out on that. All right, this is the same verse, but in the NLT it says, "How terrible it will be for pregnant women and for nursing mothers in those days. And pray that your flight will not be in the winter or on the Sabbath, for there will be great anguish than at any time since the world began, and it will never be so great again. In fact, unless that time of calamity is shortened, not a single person will survive, but it will be shortened for the sake of Yahweh's chosen ones." All right, and that's why we push so much, or the apostles have been really hitting home, and a lot of brothers have been posting a lot of videos on the women of our nation getting in line, man, is because it's going to be very difficult, all right, for women to survive in that day without a man of the Lord. Okay, not just it'll be beneficial if you have any man, but you really want a man of the Lord that the Lord has anointed to be able to go through and go through all these trials that the Lord is going to bring upon the earth, man. All right, and get through it. All right, because only the elect men, all right, are going to be able, all right, to be saved in that day. All right, so that's why the apostles are always getting on the women, because women outnumber men 7-1. All right, and it's probably even more now. All right, so this whole thing that Esau has pushed about women being independent and so forth and so on, it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be a wake-up call, you know, to those that are in that mind frame, man. Okay, but yeah, I think the point was pretty much made, man. All right, that famine is coming to this place, and that if you're not covered, all right, with this word, all right, if you're not exempt from the judgment, then you know you're gonna be facing these issues in the times to come. All right, so you know, Lord willing, brothers, stay prayed up. All right, you know, make your calling, your election sure. And in these times to come, Lord willing, the Lord will have mercy upon your family and minds. All right, and for everyone that's seeking salvation in these last days. Okay, but with that, Lord willing, this video was edifying. Again, I want to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Again, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to you, Akim, that do this work in truth and sincerity. All right, until next time, Lord willing, I say shalom.